ago that he was involved. And not until video came
That's
out
right.
did they finally drop it.
The NFL is notorious for waiting for video to come out.
Which, I mean, I kind of get it.
I get it, yeah. I will say this. It's a he said, she said situation.
Right.
But in this day and age, if this had happened 10 years ago...
No one really cared.
We didn't care.
Yeah.
No. But in this day and age of the Me Too movement and everything that's been going on with assaults and sexual harassment, things like that, this is toxic.
Oh, yeah.
So the United have said absolutely nothing about it.
Right.
And I think, like I said in my text, I think they've just kind of backed away from it. Or told, Rossi said, hey, F you.
Right.
You're done. You can say whatever you want, but we're not going to have anything to do with you anymore.
And, so yesterday, right? Yesterday's Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
There was an interview with his agent in Argentina. His agent said, there's absolutely no work visa issues whatsoever.
Yeah.
So we have to lean toward this, Minnesota United was like, okay, we're going to kind of back off.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, I get it. You want to try to support this innocent until proven guilty.
You do.
However, I've seen the pictures.
So have I.
I've read and translated roughly the screen captures of the messages. I mean, I would be really interested in seeing this criminal complaint against her. Because seriously, that's in Minnesota right now. For soccer fans, that should be as big news as Cohen being told by Trump to lie to Congress.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see this criminal complaint.
I want to see
and
too.
see what in the world they claimed happened.
But of course, we're dealing with another government.
It was probably something. I mean, it must have been something along the lines of slander.
And it could be.
And even still, let's say they get into an argument, and she slaps him.
Yeah.
You saw the pictures, right?
I saw the pictures. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll support. You have the right to defend yourself.
Yeah, to a point.
But you saw the pictures.
I saw the pictures.
There's absolutely no reason at all. That is what was defensive.
In this day and age, right now, I'm not saying that you should have ever done this ever, but back 10, 20, 30 years ago, if your girlfriend or wife or a chick slapped you, you could hit them back.
Whatever you want.
You do whatever you want. And it would be like, well, you started it. In this day and age, if a woman slaps you, the best thing to do is to run away as fast as you can.
And film it while you're doing it.
And film it while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Good on if the front office backed away, fantastic.
Yeah, they should.
If the State Department actually had an issue with those allegations and they, barred the visa, fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we've discussed this. It was toxic. Minnesota United had no reason to be getting involved from that point.
My other question, though, which brings up something about scouting.
Right.
Did the United have any idea that this had happened?
Well,
or did it come up because he was moving on, and all of a sudden it was, well, we got to talk about this?
So I looked into the timeline a bit, and these allegations came out in 2017.
So United knew,
and
it's possible.
And didn't fans of a team, another Argentine team, kind of blocked his transfer,
and that's how this got to Minnesota. Was that other team? Their fans brought it up. So I would think that if there's an issue here with Minnesota, it was that they didn't do enough research.
Well, in this, I'm going to say it again. In this day and age, when you're a professional sports team and you're going to sign somebody, you got to make sure you look at everything.
Agreed.
Everything. And if something seems fishy, walk away as fast as you can.
Right.
Do not attempt to even sign them or trade for them or whatever.
I guess it's not over yet, but it certainly appears that that's what the Minnesota United have chosen to do.
Right.
We'll know for sure probably Monday. But
well, and this is a big thing. That's a big point.
Yeah.
I hope that come March 10th or 15th or whenever that podcast comes up, we aren't talking about this because we're dealing with it.
We shouldn't be.
If we talk about it, it's going to be, thank God that bullet was dodged.
Well, right, because regardless of what did happen or didn't happen, I mean, if he came here, it would just be a black eye.
I mean, I can't even imagine. Yeah. I mean, talk about tainting a home opener in a new stadium.
And the fans would go nuts for it.
Yeah.
I mean, they would be so pissed off about even attempting. I mean, they're still pissed off about even attempting to sign this guy.
Right.
Not the fact that we've signed him, that we're even talking to the guy.
Yeah, and they're pissed off that the team's been silent about it.
I know.
I mean, yeah, if we come out in the next week or two and it ends up going through,
no, it can't.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be like Chernobyl.
Manny's head.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he'll be done.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no way that Bill McGuire's gonna let. Bill McGuire's got to see this stuff and go, Manny, stop.
You would hope.
And I hope that right now their PR team is creating some sort of letter or comment saying, we looked into the guy, we didn't know. Once the allegations came about, we decided not to do anything else with them, and we do not like domestic violence, blah, blah, blah. But the fact they've been silent kind of makes me...
Well, you know, and I don't know who the PR person is, but can you imagine what they must be feeling like right now? They've got to be like sweating bullets just waiting to know what's going on and what they can say.
Yeah.
Because can you imagine handling this if they actually signed him?
There's no way you could.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to say?
Right.
What are you going to say? Oh, it was all lies. All lies. She lied. Well, then, give me the proof.
Right. That's not going to go over well.
And there's no way you're going to get proof.
I mean, did she put the bruises on herself?
No. We don't know.
Did she hire someone to beat her up? I mean, seriously. You know, these are... Yeah. I'm glad so far it's sounding like it's going well.
Yeah. So, that was the crazy thing that happened in the last 2 weeks. But after St. Clair, we did draft some other players, Dave. So, why don't you go through that and tell us who else we got?
Yeah, I mean, so we got 2 picks in the first round. And, again, you know, St. Clair was the first choice.
So that was 7th overall, and was it the second first rounder, 31st? I think
in that I don't remember the number. We ended up picking Chase Gasper,
a teammate of St. Clair.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And this guy's kind of he's a left back that honestly, there's a chance he's ready to just step in.
Play? Wow. Okay.
Now, I don't know if I would start him.
Okay.
Being that we know how Calvo is at center back, I wouldn't start him.
Yeah.
Adrian Heath has said that he believes fully that he's ready to just step in.
Sure.
The guy, I think his defense is really good. He marks his men well. He has great speed. He doesn't seem to overplay the ball too much. On top of that, he can attack.
Okay.
Which means that we can look at 3-5-2 or a 5, whatever, allowing him to push forward, which means we could put Calvo on the back line as a third CD. I mean, which is what he does with Costa Rica.
Yep.
You know, I think this signing, considering how positive they feel about him, is probably the best draft.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I real quick. I just want to bring up. You know, they are Maryland teammates, St. Clair and Edmonds. Just they, coming from Maryland, they won the national championship, and then actually their run to that national championship included 5 consecutive shutouts. So obviously that says a lot about St. Clair, but also the back line as well of Maryland. So.
Yeah, I think it was a fantastic draft pick. With him being a left back, it makes it interesting with Calvo. But, maybe we're going to see him in a 3-5-2, which I would be excited about because you could get Miguel back on because Miguel did so well on the right as a wing back.
But we have to remember though, all these guys we're going to talk about here, they're college soccer players.
Oh yeah.
So remember, this isn't college football.
Right.
I mean, it is football.
Yeah.
But it's college soccer in the United States.
Exactly.
So as great as they looked, they do have potential to be good. But we have to kind of get it down a little bit.
It is interesting that you brought up college football because the draft in soccer it's hard to know how to view it really because it's almost becoming less and less important. With as the league gets better and better, they're bringing in they're obviously bringing in international talent,
right?
Just like the overseas leagues do. But the other part about it. That kind of puts the draft on a little bit of a different level is because now you have these teams and homegrown players, that are kind of going up through the system, and so there's some teams out there that I think have publicly said, listen, we don't even need the draft. We drafted our players 10 years ago.
That happened this year. What team was it that traded away all
their picks to Cincinnati?
That was Philadelphia.
Philadelphia decided we don't need any super draft picks. We'll trade them all away.
Yeah, and they even said we have no interest in drafting.
No interest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that kind of right there kind of says, well, I can't imagine they won't do the draft, the college draft, the super draft, whatever you want to call it. I can't imagine they're going to end it anytime soon, but the importance of it is kind of waning, I would say.
So my other feeling with the super draft is if you have a USL team or a lower league team that you can dump these players at and give them time to grow, then why wouldn't you draft them? Does Philadelphia have a USL team?
Well, they must have.
Honestly, I have no idea. No, they have a partnership, I think, with Bethlehem Steel.
Okay.
I think.
So why wouldn't you draft a guy or two and then put them down there? I mean, it could be a diamond in the rough.
Right.
I mean, that's my feeling. It's another source to get more talent into your organization.
Right.
But again, we have to take it down like a notch and say they played great in college.
Yeah.
College in the United States of America, not European junior leagues or something like that,
Yeah. That's right.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. So from there, we drafted Hassani Dotson.
Okay.
So I thought at first this draft pick seemed a little weird. Mm-hmm. He's a box-to-box midfielder. We have a ton of midfield depth.
Yes, we do.
He does seem to be pretty good, though. Mm-hmm. He'll probably be loaned out. The big thing that I like about him, though, is that he's played a lot of defense.
Okay.
And so at Oregon State, he played almost exclusively defense, which makes it interesting because he could be an 8, he could be a 6, and he's played at right back.
Oh, we need a right back.
Yeah, this kid has played all over. He has really great defensive abilities. Mm-hmm. He can get into the attack. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that with him in the 4-2-3-1, he would again fit really nicely into the Jan Gregus position.
Sure.
So obviously Gregus isn't going to be with us forever. I'm not sure what his age is. I'm guessing it's 21, 22.
Yeah.
So you're talking, maybe Gregus is with us for, I think his contract is 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
So you're talking 3 years by that point. Dotson is 24, 25. He might slip right in. Yep. So I really, initially I saw it come across Twitter and I was like, what are they doing? And then I started reading up on him. I saw a few highlight videos of him. And I looked at his stats and all of a sudden I was like, oh, maybe this does make a lot of sense. So again, I think it's really great draft. Then there's Kevin Rodriguez, which is interesting because if he made the roster, we'd have an A-Rod and a K-Rod.
Then we would. That's right.
He's a midfielder again from Northern Illinois. Not a lot to say about him. Played for Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois soccer team, I have never been.
2 goals, 9 assists in his senior year, which 9 assists is pretty nice.